Hello, I'm Cameron with Gale Force 9 Games with a quick introduction video to our game Star Trek Ascendancy, in preparation for the release of the new Andorians and Vulcans expansion packs. Star Trek Ascendancy is a game about exploration, diplomacy, and conquest, as you expand your civilization across the stars. It's a 3-player game out of the box, though expansions can allow you to change this and allow bigger or smaller games. Regardless of the number of players, a good rule of thumb for Star Trek Ascendancy is that for each player, you can assume about an hour of playtime. So for a 3-player game, you'd be looking at a game around 3 hours in length, or more if it's your first game. Though if you are a bit squeezed for time, there are a number of optional rules included that can speed things up. Either way, Star Trek Ascendancy is a galaxy-spanning game, and you should set aside a good amount of time to fully enjoy it. The ultimate end goal of the game is to either attain Ascendancy by collecting 5 Ascendancy tokens through superior culture, or else Supremacy, where you crush your opponents through sheer force. Though there can only be one winner, Star Trek Ascendancy is still a game with moments of calm and even cooperation between different players, through truces and trade agreements. Despite the length of the game and the galaxy-spanning scope, Star Trek Ascendancy is not a difficult game to learn. The included reference cards and tokens make it easy even for new players to see what is going on. And since the playing area is built up over the course of the game, there's very little setup needed at the start, which lets you dive right into it. The game starts with all 3 civilizations separated, and before first contact is made, new players can easily support each other and help understand the rules together. As mentioned before, the way the playing area builds organically is very interesting and leads to a different game every time. Some games might be more peaceful, as all players find resource-rich systems around their starting system, while others might force a player to aggressively push into someone else's territory to make up for having no resources close to home. Finally, this feels like a Star Trek game should. Fans will recognize systems, events, and different factions that all make sense and fill out the galaxy. The style of gameplay, from slow discovery to first contact to conflict, also feels very Trek, with each civilization playing like they should. The Federation follows the Prime Directive, which allows for a more peaceful approach across the stars, while the warlike Klingons have advantages and incentives to wage war against the other civilizations. This game is for you if you're a Star Trek fan or just a lover of great board games. It isn't a short game, but it is well worth the time to sit down as you and your friends boldly go where no one has gone before. Thanks for watching. Star Trek Ascendancy is available now on our online store, while the Andorians and Vulcans expansions can be pre-ordered, with the link in the description below. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for the latest GF9 news.